This machine is the drill press. It can be used to drill holes in metal and plastics, and it can also be used to spot and center other holes as well. It operates with a motor at the back driving a belt, which in turn rotates the spindle. In the spindle, we would have drill bits, hole saws, center drills, and sometimes mill bits as well. The drill is started with the start button here, and it's stopped with this larger off switch. There is a gate here that needs to be engaged in order to use the drill press. If this gate is damaged, please inform your lab instructor so that they can take appropriate action. The table below is used to support the work. The table can be moved up and down depending on the size of the work we're doing. It can also be moved left and right. To change the height of the table, we first loosen this bar at the back. Then we can crank the table downwards and upwards, depending on the size of the part we have. Once you put it in your ideal position, you then tighten the screw in the back again by hand, and you're ready to drill. To insert a drill bit into the machine, we first remove the guard. Then we open the jaws of the chuck so that it's open enough to fit our drill bit. We then insert our drill bit in and we tighten it by hand. Once the drill bit is held firmly, we then crank on it with the chuck key. Ensure that the chuck key is always removed before you start the drill press. Then you turn it to make sure the drill bit looks like it's straight. Sometimes the drill bit can go crooked. And then you return the guard to the covering position. For this example, we're going to be drilling a 3/8 inch hole in a piece of delving. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place it down. And assuming that our hole has already been pre-located, we're now going to clamp it into position. To do that, we are going to use the clamping tools that are provided. You will notice them below. We use T-slots with screws, and they get slid in underneath on the rails. Then you place the back support behind it, and you choose the appropriate length of clamp block that you need. In this case, you're going to use the longer one. We then place it down on the part, and there's a nut that goes on top. We tighten this nut down by hand, ensuring that the part stays in the desired position. We then tighten it with a wrench, and you'll notice that our part is now very firm and secure. Before you start the drill press, make sure that you have safety glasses and ear protector. When you begin, you want to check that the guard is in place. If the guard is not in place, when you try and start the machine, you notice it does not start. When you check that the guard is in place, ensure that nothing is on the workbench, for example these. Then we can start the drill press. Once we start the drill press, we use the handles to lower the drill bit slowly into the workpiece. We start the drill, we slowly move the drill down. As you can see, we are drilling a hole. And then once we've reached our desired depth, we slowly bring the drill back up and we stop the machine. Do not use the guard as a stop mechanism, only for safety. Once you're done, the part can be removed. And you see the hole that we drilled here. If you need to drill a hole through the part, you shouldn't be drilling into the work bit surface. It's recommended that you put another piece of plastic or some other material underneath. When you're finished, clean up all the shavings, remove the drill bit, and return it to where it came from. Whenever you're drilling, you should understand the speed that you're drilling at. Different speeds are required depending on the diameter of the drill. For example, smaller diameters would use much higher speeds, like 2,000 or 3,000 RPM, where bigger drills would use lower RPM, like 600 RPM. To change the RPM, please see your lab instructor before